Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, very welcome. My name is Ieva. In today's session, we will focus on the whole body, but we will give extra care and attention and love to our shoulders and our hips. For this session, you will only need yourself, something soft beneath you, and a yoga block or a break. If you don't have that, you can grab a big book. You could also take a blanket for the relaxation in the end. And once you have those ready, let's get started in a seated position. Oh, and having the block in your hands. So we will take the block or the book vertically, holding it with our fingers, and maybe like that, yes. And then we will imagine that I'm drawing a big halo around my head, going first to one direction. And over here, imagine that your whole body is staying still. You're only drawing this halo on the top of your head. So this circle. So your arms are also staying the same. So almost like in this diamond shape. And over here, we focus on our shoulder joints. When you go back with a block, try to go back as much as is comfortable. Often we go quite forward, but then we forget about the back side. So make sure that when you go back, you go, as back as is comfortable for you. Let's do 5 more circles to one direction. And then let's change sides to the other direction. So I already start to feel my shoulders warming up. So this is quite nice to do before climbing as well. So you don't necessarily have to do it with a block. You could also take a weight. And then if you do it often enough, you could also increase the weight. So increasing the load, because the shoulder joints will be ready for that higher load, higher weight. While we make these circles, really feel your breath coming in through your nostrils. Gentle breaths in and gentle breaths out. Let's do 5 more circles this direction. I hope you start to feel it as well. I think it's 2 left. And last one, okay, lower the block down. And then let's just shake the arms, shake the shoulders, shake the hands. Now elongate the arms up towards the sky, squeeze the hands into the fists, squeeze the fingers into the fist, and then open them up. Squeeze, open, squeeze, open, squeeze, open. Try to do it really controlled. Very often I see something like this happening, because then we forget to really open it very controlled. Open, squeeze, open, squeeze. 5 more. Okay, and then again, shake your hands and shake your arms. Let's meet in a tabletop position. Let's do a few cat and cow, gently arching your back. And then rounding your spine. And over here, try to harmonize the movement to the breath, but not the breath to the movement. Very often we want to go slightly faster, and then we start to breathe faster if we want to harmonize them. But over here, really focus how slow your breath is going. And with one inhalation, you arch, and one exhalation, you round the spine. Then we pause in the end. So when we inhale, we pause. Then we exhale. And then a little mindful pause again. And continue a few more cycles. Last one. Come back into the center. Now we will extend the right leg back, point to the right foot. First, we will inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Your right knee goes towards your nose. Then extend the right leg. And then your chin is going towards the mat. And then come back. Round the spine, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, chin to mat. And over here, when we bend the arms, try to keep the elbows in line with the shoulders. We don't open up, but we have a good control when we lower. And let's continue a few more times. So again, harmonizing the movement with the breath. Last time to touch the chin towards the mat. Come back and lower the right knee down. Extend the left leg back. Point the left foot. Inhale first. Exhale, round the spine, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, chin to the mat. And let's continue. Elbows in line with the shoulders. So my arms are getting warm as well. I hope you're getting slightly warmer as well. And last time round, extend, chin to the mat, come back, lower the left knee down, tuck your toes under, let's sit on our heels, and inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend your arms, elbows towards your ribs, spread the fingers wide. Few more, inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend. Last one, inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend. Lower the hands down, shake your feet to relax them. And now put the knees closer to one the other. Over here, if your ground is very hard, you might want to put a towel or a pillow, something softer. So you can pause the video, grab that, and then come back. And once you have it ready, we will start to move the feet to one side, to the other, to one side, and then the other. And over here, it's almost we are throwing the feet to one side and then the other. And then check what's happening with your spine, with your pelvis. Maybe even your shoulders start to move to one direction, to the other. So we are not forcing the movement, but it's almost like this throwing of the legs creates this ripple effect. And then it reaches even our head, our shoulders, and that our spine is moving like in this fluid motion, yeah, like a snake. Few more like that. And then start to make the movement slightly smaller. And smaller. And then let's stop in the middle. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, downward looking dog. Imagine that we want to straighten the upper body, almost like stretching the armpits. Legs can be bent as much as you want. And then bend one knee, bend the other, moving the hips to one side, to the other.
So waking up the legs as well. One more inhalation. Exhale. Now open the legs slightly wider, maybe as wide as your mat. And when your hands are going towards your feet, let's meet in the squat position. In the squat, now lower one knee down, looking back behind, so inviting a spine twist as well. And then another side, other side. The other knee down, we look back. We can help ourselves with the hands or arms in the air. Okay, one tap with each knee. Come back into the center, then we straighten the legs. And then let's bend back into the squat. Straighten in the forward fold. Back into the squat. 2 more. Okay, now we will walk the hands back into the downward looking dog, so you can extend your legs, maybe keep them slightly bent, and then walking the hands forward until we are in a downward looking dog once again. Take a breath in over here. Exhale. And now let's do some waves. So there is no right or wrong way they look, but you can imagine that you want to come onto the tiptoes, then shoulders above your wrists, and then almost that we are lowering the legs, the pelvis down, looking in front of us, so maybe a little back bend or a bigger back bend, and then we go back into the downward looking dog. So few waves. In whatever way your waves look like. And next time you have the pelvis, legs down, untuck the toes under, and then lower your stomach down on the ground as well. Put the fingertips down and open your legs, your arms wider apart, and then we will lower one shoulder down, come back up, the other shoulder down, taps, come back, continue. One more each side. Come back into the center. Now you can lower your forearms down on the ground. We will open the knees wider. Flex your feet. We will do the diamond shape, but this time with our legs. And over here, we will try to lift the knees up, okay? But your feet always stays in the air. So then we lower the knees down, and then we lift them back up. Over here, try, there's no need to lift very high, even 1 centimeter is perfect. And also observe in which way it's comfortable to be with your hands. So sometimes for some people it's more comfortable to be higher. For example, I prefer to have my forearms down. So I don't want my lower back to compensate, but I really want to focus on my glutes when I'm lifting the legs up. Okay, so let's try. Lift the knees up and lower. Lift and lower. And continue like that. So exploring what is happening, where are you feeling it in your body? So yeah, let me know down in the comments below in the end of the session how this move felt. So it's quite a tricky one, but then we can really activate the glutes. So feet are flexed. Let's do one more, lower. And now we lift and then we try to touch the knees or go the direction towards and then open. Knees towards one another, open. 5 more. Last one. Okay, extend the legs. Now take with your fists or with your hands, clap and relax your glutes. Let's meet in a child's pose. So knees wide as your yoga mat. Your toes can be together. Extend the arms forward and then lower the forehead down. Imagine that you want to straighten your spine or lengthen the spine, better to say. And then with the hands, let's walk towards the right side. So almost that with your ribs, you want to be on top of your right thigh. Stay here, exploring the lengthening sensation on the left side. If you want to intensify that, you can put the left hand on top of the right hand. And then maybe there is more sensation on the left side. And then at the same time, check if your left sit bone is still going down towards the ground, because often when we go to one side, it starts to lift. So you can continue to ground it down as well. Let's go one more cycle of breath over here. And then let's move to the other direction, so towards the left side. And over here, the side bend on the right. Maybe the right hand goes on the left. Feeling the lengthening sensation on the right side of the body. Breathing in this position, and again, the right sit bone is also continuing to go down towards the ground. One breath in, breath out, come back into the center. Then let's meet in the kneeling position, and then extend your legs. Shake your legs to one side, to the other. And then let's meet in the 90-90 position. So feet are flexed, your legs are bent 90 degrees, and then we will move both knees to one side. And then internal rotation, knees are pushing down. We lift the back foot, lower. Let's do several more times. Lift the back foot, lower. The body stays still while we do so. 2 more, lift and lower. Last one, lift and lower. Other side to the other direction. Then we push the knee down, lift the foot up and lower. Lift it up and lower. Lift and lower. 3 more times. Okay. Then let's go again to the right side. Now I think let's shorten the 90 degrees, so slightly less. We will lift the hips up, squeeze the glutes, and then come down. So one is almost like a half butterfly, and the other is where the foot is going towards the hip. And then let's change sides. And then again, lift the hips up and lower. I will face you, so in case if it doesn't make sense. And let's continue a few more times on both directions. And when we swap sides, you can try not to use your arms, as it's slightly more tricky. Another one. Now last time.
Okay, extend your legs one more time. Shake your legs. Okay, now I really encourage you to grab a blanket or something to cover yourself, and let's just stay a few moments, I don't know, maybe around 2 minutes, laying on our backs and trying to really relax the whole body and just doing nothing, okay? So I will grab a blanket as well. Grab a blanket, maybe 2 blankets, one for the ground, and then another one to cover yourself. So I always really recommend after a yoga practice or after any practice to just spend a few moments in stillness, to simply breathe and feel the breath, feel the body, and at the same time to really allow all of the muscles in the body to relax and let go of any tension. So once you are more or less cozy and comfortable, you can close the eyes or soften the gaze. You can keep your hands on top of the belly to explore this rising sensation of the belly and rising sensation of the ribs, or better to say expanding sensation of the ribs. So feeling the breath and allowing the whole body to really soften, almost just like melting down onto the ground. Take one breath in through the nose and exhale. Don't hurry, take it very slow. Start to move your fingers and your toes, so wiggle them to invite some movement. And then extend the arms back, so to really stretch your whole body, maybe point your feet. And then hug your knees towards your chest. So hugging a dear friend, hugging ourselves. Being grateful for ourselves, of taking this time today for ourselves to move, to breathe. And then roll to the left side first. Maybe making a pillow with the arm which is underneath. And then in a slow motion, let's lift yourself up, but help yourself with a hand. As we were laying so slowly and still, let's take it slow to lift ourselves up into a seated position. So over here, you could take some more time, maybe pause a video and then take some moments in a meditation position. Or if you're ready to hit the day, I really wish you a beautiful day ahead. As always, consider subscribing. If you enjoyed the session, press a thumbs up and leave a comment down below how the session felt. I would also like to invite you to a yoga retreat in Lithuania, which is happening in the end of May. So I will leave all the details in the description down below. My yoga retreat in El Choro is now fully booked, but there are still, I think, 4 last places in a bell tent left in Lithuania. Also, a big thanks goes to Indre, as I'm filming in her Anika yoga studio here in Vilnius. I'm also sharing classes over here every Tuesday, so if you're ever in Lithuania, welcome to visit us in this studio. So yeah, have a beautiful day ahead, and see you very soon for another session.